Happy Monday. Welcome back into the AM show. All right, our next guests are dedicated to empowering youth through the Opportunity Hub. Rodney Fuller, Director of Development, and Tiffany Mcintosh, Development Manager, are here to share their mission and talk about their upcoming fashion fundraiser this April. Welcome to the show, guys. How are you?
Glad to be here.
Yeah, we're so happy to have you here. And I just love, I told you this before, you look so spring today. And I really need to feel that spring, that warmth, that good energy. And of course, we're here to talk about fashion. So loving the look today.
Thank you so much.
Now, for anyone who may not be familiar, we have had some of your colleagues on before, which was so much fun, especially when Jesse recently came on, Jesse Miller, and we were learning all about sustainable living and farming and what we can do even here in Brooklyn in order to live kind of a better, healthier life and healthy ecosystem. But for anybody who doesn't know about the Opportunity Hub, can you give us just a description of what your mission is and what you guys are doing?
Absolutely. So a quick 2-minute description about us is that we are serving the East New York and Starrett City community and all the residents there, and we're bringing the, education, wellness, and career advice, that kind of stuff, really trying to uplift them and service everyone there. A very underserved community that needs an Opportunity Hub to be a part of it, and so we're happy to be out there and meeting their needs.
Oh my God.
That's amazing.
That's so great. And what are some of like the services that you guys offer?
The teen services, financial management, wellness or counseling, there's a farm, there's all these great stuff. And we work with the community a lot in terms of like collaboration when it comes to what people need themselves. So when the community comes and says that we need something, we're going to try and give it to them. And that's where the fashion show came from.
So exciting there.
Yeah, we love that, honestly. And with the fashion show, I'm sure, is it? Do you cap it at a certain age range, or is it kind of like everybody who wants to get involved, it's an open door?
It's inclusive, all ages.
Yeah.
You're welcome to participate, yeah.
That's incredible. Now, what year is this? Is this the first year that this is happening, or is this has this been planned? Is this an annual thing?
That's the goal, for it to become an annual event, but this is our very first one.
Wow.
Next month, yeah.
Yeah, it's so exciting. So so tell us a little bit about the backstory, how it came to be, adding on just another layer to everything you guys are already doing at the Opportunity Hub.
For sure. So this event is a 2-day event next month, and it's really a celebration of models of all ages, sizes, experience levels. There's so much talent in Starrett City and East New York that we want to shed a light on.
Yeah.
It's a celebration of local designers as well. We have 10 participating this year. And it's a celebration of entrepreneurs. Many of the people participating are from East New York. Our DJ is from East New York. He's from Starrett City. We have, designers who have their own sort of look, whether it's nostalgic streetwear or African print. Like I'm so excited for this to come together.
Yeah, and you guys are preparing a lot. This past weekend, you guys even had some model showcasing. People are taking photos, helping models get together. We actually have some footage of that as well. We can play on the screen. But here we go. You're showing kids how to walk. Tell us about what happened this weekend. Look at how cute that little dog is.
So we had our very first model boot camp at our office this past weekend, and we had around 40 of our model applicants come in. And they received an orientation to learn more about the fashion show, all that goes into planning it, what they can expect day of. And then they had their photos taken by one of our professional photographers, Anthony Moore. We had a stylist come in, Denise Young, to take their measurements. And we're providing all of our models with complimentary comp cards. So if they want to continue their journey as a model, they have that and can take it with them to different gigs. And then they received instructions on how to walk and pose from some of our incredible model coaches. So as you can see, a lot of them walked in really shy, and then by the end, they were blossoming and really strutting down the runway. So
you can see their personalities just shining through. It's so fun, and it's so important too, especially for this type of industry where it may just seem, oh, it's just easy, anyone can. No, there's skill to it. There's something you need to learn, but how do you start? That's always the question. How do you start? And you're in the city where it's kind of #1 in the world for modeling, right? You know, New York, you know, Paris, you know, Milan. And so to be able to give some of these young kids the tools, okay, well, you need a comp card. Well, you need to learn how to walk this way. And then they can actually go out and maybe pursue their dreams. I think that's amazing. Yeah. So what was the feedback this weekend after that boot camp?
Oh, it's been overwhelming. People were so happy. And I think that a lot of people were shocked that all of this is free. Because Boot camps cost money, getting a model coach costs money, but we're able to provide all of these services and this experience for free. So I think people are very overjoyed with that. And also, I'm a lifelong resident in Starrett City. My family's been here for decades. I haven't quite seen anything like this. Like, we have a lot of community events, but it would be cool to pull different designers and entrepreneurs together. So I think everyone's like really excited for a first event like this to happen.
Wow,
yeah, it's
that's
fun.
incredible. And you know, just highlighting some of the things that you're offering as a free service. You know, I'm looking at just the comp card alone. I mean, just a cost minimum wise, you're looking at a $500 cost for a comp card minimum, and you guys are providing that service alone, you know, for free. And then in addition to that, then the walking training. And so I think when you have areas like this, even between acting and modeling, there's this barrier to entry, and exactly what you guys serve, you know, a community that is in need, that has the talent and that has the ability and the confidence, but there just might be a perceived barrier to entry. Right. You guys are just breaking down these walls and providing the opportunity for them to step into these areas and be armed and equipped to move forward. I think that's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Now, how do you measure kind of success for these initiatives that you guys bring to the Opportunity Hub? What is your level of success for some of these ideas that you guys have?
Really, it's making the community happy and meeting their needs and helping them move forward. Tiffany's already said it in some ways. We're helping people sort of gain entry into an industry that's hard to get into. As you mentioned before, it can be cost prohibitive in a lot of ways. We are making this accessible for all the models, designers who are entrepreneurs, raising their profile, expanding their businesses, helping them start with a Shopify. We want to move them forward. And then even for the audience, we're asking the audience to participate themselves by coming out there, and we're asking them to dress up in their Easter best or their spring best, bright colors, that kind of stuff. We're making the price point very accessible for them. The tickets are like $20. You know, I think there's some kind of administrative fee for buying online that might make the entire ticket under like $23, but definitely under $25 to come and see a loved one or see someone from your community model and do their dream. Yeah, we really want to make this whole thing accessible, and we're looking to start a real trend, do it more year after year for a while.
Yeah, I mean, why not? It's so fun. What do you think it is about fashion that just brings people together and makes people smile even when they talk about it?
So there's so many different styles.
Yeah.
I think there's something for everybody, whether you're into streetwear or you want to wear evening gowns or you want to wear bright colors or pastels. Like, I feel happy wearing yellow. It changes your mood. So I think,
Yeah. So, and it's not just the models we're going to see that are kids in the community, but it's also the other folks that are putting this on as well, from the fashion designers as well. You said DJ is local as well. So what else can we expect for who we can see as a part of this whole event?
Oh, okay. So for our younger models, we have some who are like 3 to 6. We want to have them walk out with their parents.
Yeah.
OpHub staff will also be modeling. That's going to be so fun. We have OpHub gear and some Spring and Bloom branded t-shirts and other gear that they'll be modeling around intermission. So that's going to be exciting.
Very nice. That's incredible. That's incredible. So how long did the planning take for everything and getting everything situated?
It's been about 8 months. We have our monthly committee meetings with people who have experience producing fashion shows, model coaches, designers, our community liaison and executive director. We're all coming together to put this thing on. And we started with our call for designers back in December, had screening calls with them to learn more about who they design for, what their looks are like, and then we opened up our call for models earlier this year. Yeah. Wow. Like I said, the response has been overwhelming. Over 100 people have applied.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's exciting, and these posters you guys have had as well. I mean, they're just so well designed. You guys know what you're doing. You guys know what you're doing over at the Opportunity Hub.
Thank Tiffany for designing.
There you go, Tiffany. I love it. Now, you both have backgrounds in different areas before you guys came to the Opportunity Hub. Rodney, I know that you were in social services, and Tiffany, you were in entertainment and philanthropy, but how have those experiences shaped the work that you guys are currently doing at the Opportunity Hub?
Well, what I'll say would help for me is just knowing community and really listening to community and listening to what they're interested in and what really feeds them, because everything doesn't work everywhere, right? So getting here to East New York and seeing that there was really a desire to express yourself on any side, whether it's the model side or the designer side or even some of the entrepreneurs who are behind the scenes who wanted to volunteer their time. And that's really been the major impact of this. Tiffany's already mentioned it. we're looking for about 50 models. We have 105 models who apply.
Wow.
And then we're looking for designers, and over 11 designers have come out and said they want to do this sort of stuff. And designers are still trying to get into the fashion show. And so things like that, or hairdressers or makeup artists, everyone's been so wonderful about the desire to pull this thing off. It speaks to the community's interest and need and want to have this sort of opportunity to express themselves and to do it collaboratively.
Yeah, wow, they're all coming together. And what about for you, kind of bringing the experiences you've had in the past to the Opportunity Hub?
Yeah, I think my experience in the entertainment industry has pushed me to think outside of the box, and that's what we're doing with this event. It's not just a fashion show. Like, there's a professional development aspect of this where we're helping them get comp cards and, professional development opportunities.
Yeah.
And also just like thinking about the theme, spring and bloom. We had to get really creative with it. And that's a play on words because the neighborhood is called Spring Creek Towers. Spring is approaching, so we ran with that. So that sort of brainstorming, comes from my background as well in the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, well, we can see it in full play.
Yeah, that is amazing. That is amazing. So what type of encouragement and I guess words, how are you speaking to the people who are participating in order to, I think some people might come into it, it might be their first time modeling or hitting the runway, or regardless of whether they have comp cards and things like that before, but what are some of the types of ways that you're encouraging people who are kind of diving into this for the first time?
Yeah, well, the first thing we'll say is that this is for people who are from 6 to 60. So anyone can be a part of this whole thing. And whether you're brand new and you've always had a dream of modeling, and you could be a young person who's brand new, or you could be an older person who's had a lifelong dream, just want to try it out one time, get their lifestyle career started. So there's room for you here to do that as well. And then the price points, like I said, are really accessible. And we're doing it in 2 parts. So there's an evening part on Friday, April 11th. For adults, and on Saturday, April 12th, is for the young people. So you have an audience for different folks to get involved in a lot of ways.
I love that.
I didn't realize it was a 2-part event. That's so exciting. Now, was that initially always what the plan was, or was it because you got so much interest, you're like, hang on, we got to split it up a bit?
Yeah, we had to hang on and split up a bit because there were so many people involved, and there was so much we wanted to do with the model walkway and the runway and the photographers and the DJ and that kind of stuff. We were like, let's make it big and make sure that the adults can have their moment, and make it big and make sure the young people can have their moment as well.
Yeah.
And by the way, we're doing it at the Brooklyn Sports Club, which is part of Star City. So we have a huge space. We're transforming the gym. We're making it into a wonderful venue for a model show.
Wow.
So it's something that everyone should come out to, and we want everyone to feel like they can be a part of it.
Yeah.
We even want you to feel like you can be a part of it. We'd love you guys to come out and be guest models for the day.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I mean, no, it is such a fun event that you guys are putting on. It is, I think anytime you can bring the community together in a unique way, maybe something they haven't seen before, it's so positive, it's so great. And I just want to know, what advice would you have for someone who maybe is young and they don't know where to start and they want to give back to their community, they want to help volunteer? What advice do you have someone young who's looking to do that?
I'd say think about what you're passionate about. There's an organization that's for every cause, and most have volunteer opportunities. So start to go on the website, figure out what their volunteer opportunities are. Or say, I'm interested in learning more about farming, or I want to be able to work with senior citizens, and start there.
Yeah, find your passion
Find
and
your
then
passion.
go and look. Yeah.
I'll add,
it just flows.
that's a great question, and Tiffany's the best person to answer that because that's how we met her. We met her as a
Really?
volunteer first. Yeah, we didn't know she had all these gifts to herself until she volunteered, and we saw her and got her involved. And this is what the end product is.
Wow. What does that feel like a full circle moment now that you were, benefiting from maybe an organization or event like this, and now you're leading it and you're taking charge of that? What's that like?
I'm so grateful.
Oh.
I admit, I love Star City so much, and so it means a lot to be able to give back in this way. When we go to events, I'm running into people who once babysat me or who know my parents really well. And I have so much I'm so grateful for the Opportunity Hub and helping me with their career services, with financial empowerment resources.
Yeah.
I think there's something so cool about, a lot of people, as people, we want to find our purpose. And I find that there's this connection between serving that leads you to your purpose, right? And can you speak into that a little bit more about just the connection between serving and even volunteering in that case, and how that will kind of leads you into a path that highlights your skill set and your purpose?
Oh, that's a good question. I think when you're doing something that you're passionate about, or when you're stepping into your purpose, you feel so empowered. And then you're sort of inspiring people by showing them that they can do what you're doing, or that they can do, whatever they're passionate about as well. So there's so many layers to it, right? You're empowering people around you who may look like you, who don't look like you, who feel like maybe they can't do it. So yeah.
Yeah, wow, it is so powerful in that sense, especially when you break it down. Now, we're talking about these full circle moments and how you were young, you got involved, and now where you're at. Now, someone else who's young and who's getting involved is Jalen Rivers, and she is actually a fashion designer who's going to be featuring her pieces at your show. Is that correct?
Yeah. Jalen's amazing.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about what she's going to be doing at the show.
Well, she's going to be a designer with a bunch of our models we picked up to wear some of our clothing and to be a part of the show. And she's here to sort of like showcase what she does.
Yeah, that's exactly right. See, that's a good teaser right there. I think you know what you're doing, sir, because that's right, guys. Because Jalen Rivers, who is going to be a part of the fashion show, she has come here. Here she is up on the screen, and she has a bunch of designs. I just saw some of her great fashion pieces that she'll be displaying at the fashion show. So it's a little bit of a sneak peek for what you guys can expect for when you guys do go and check out the Opportunity Hub's fashion show. So we just wanted to thank you guys so much for being here, for telling us about the event. We can put the flyer back up on the screen again. So if you guys are interested in either maybe participating, maybe becoming a model, a designer, or just attending, here's all the information for how you guys can get involved. It's such a great event. And yeah, I just want to thank you guys for being here.
Thank you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. And now, guys, don't go anywhere, because like I said, Jalen Rivers is going to be joining us live in the studio for our very own fashion show. You're not going to want to miss it. We'll be right back. Good job, guys.
Good job. Appreciate it.